This is Valerie Van Boom with the Senior Care Industry Netcast, where leaders with 3 or more years in the senior care industry share their advice. So let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, I am Raj Jones. I'm the CEO and owner of Jacksonville's Best Caregivers. We are located in the sunshine state of Jacksonville, Florida, and we provide 4 levels of specialized care to your loved one: sitter, homemaker and companion, home health aide, and certified nursing assistant. When you can't do it all, you give us a call.
Right. Oh, that's great. I love that. When you can't do it all, and you can't really, give us a call. So what is the best thing about serving seniors and their families?
Wow, the best thing that has been good for me personally, and I can't speak for my staff, but just for me, is that I know that I can extend the quality of their life, that they don't have to be alone. And because of the interaction that we give them, the constant, um, love, and we take them on, as I call them, field trips or excursions. We take them out, whatever we do, that little bit will give them maybe an extra year or extra 2 years to where if they had been alone, they may have died from isolation.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, that's one of those biggest concerns is everybody's so isolated. So yeah, that's great. It does. It keeps people, gives them a sense of purpose and a sense of looking forward to something, like their caregiver coming in this week and going somewhere. So yeah. All right. I hear from
It does, because a lot of
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
no. What I was saying is, as a lot of people get older, they feel like they have no purpose or no one wants to listen to them. And as caregivers, we're that kind of that neutral ear, that new ear, and no one has probably heard, we haven't heard their stories, but as the years go on, we probably hear them over and over and over again. But that's what we're there for.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's switch gears for just a second and talk about online marketing,
Hmm.
because you do a really good job with this. I know it's challenging, it can be
Thank you.
confusing. What has been your experience with online marketing?
When I got in it, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Had no clue. Somebody told me smack that button, and I smacked it. I smacked the live button on Facebook. In the first 2 years I did my online, I did some local TV interviews here, and then I did live Facebook lives for at least 18 months, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a day. But it wasn't getting me the traction like I'm getting now, because I have a better strategy. I have a better team that's helping me with my marketing, versus I was trying to lead and bleed. I was like a mash unit, a little bit here, a little bit there, put a Band-Aid on it and push it out. It wasn't bad, but it's not as good as what I have now. I'm way better. My strategy now is that I have a VA, I have a team that loads on YouTube, I have a team that handles IG, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So now that's given me the opportunity now to do podcasts and to be a boss and to hopefully get out of this uniform. My goal is by January 1 of 2020, I won't have to be in the trenches with my employees, even though I don't mind. God knows I love it. I'll miss it. But I know that there are other things, such as podcasts, where I need to get some information out, and I can't do it while I'm in the uniform.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's lovely that you still work just right alongside all the other caregivers. But I would agree that taking yourself out of being kind of more of an employee in the business and being more of the leader of the, doing the marketing and doing the stuff that really promotes the business and helps it grow
Mhm.
is a great place to be. So I think you're going to definitely meet those goals, because I've seen your marketing and I know your team does a really good job for you. So you have an excellent team there. They do a great job. Awesome.
I
And I
do,
do.
and I'm grateful. And another thing is, as a business owner, we've got to remove ourselves, because sometimes our employees, because they see us in the uniform, they don't take us serious because we're right there on the front line. And there's no fine line between boss and employee. There's not that hard line. So I have to remove myself out. And I see it because, you know, I have empathy and sympathy, and I let some things slide to where if I was away from them, I think I might be just a little bit harder on them. Have a little higher, you know, I have high expectations, but then I can see their needs better and understand,
Yeah.
you know, not only what the client needs, but also what the employees need as well.
Yeah, I totally understood. Totally understood. All right, so I'm going to ask you this question about successful leaders that may have made an impact. There's probably some other people out there in your life. It could be a parent, it could be a mentor, or someone who's an inspiration to you, an organization that's been an inspiration to you. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
My mother.
Yeah.
I am a third generation business owner. My mother and grandparents on my mother's side were business owners. My grandparents had a clothing, would make clothes and had a dry cleaners, and my grandmother did hair. And we're talking about back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Mhm.
And then my mother and dad purchased properties. They had that. And so, you know, the entrepreneur spirit is in my DNA. And out of all of the children, you know, I guess I'm going to be the last one unless mine decide to do something. But
Yeah.
my mother during Hurricane Katrina really showed me what it takes to be an entrepreneur, because she not only was the deputy superintendent of schools during that time,
Wow.
she had to have the whole influx of people from New Orleans come up and take care of not only in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but also from New Orleans. So her staff literally able to see how she outsourced and how important outsourcing is when you need help. So that's why I'm able to do the outsourcing.
Awesome. Yeah, that is amazing. Your mother, that was a huge undertaking. Oh my goodness. And that storm, I mean, it just devastated so many. So that's just what a wonderful role model. What a wonderful role model. Okay, what piece of advice would you give to other senior care providers out there?
Ask for help. Ask for help. Don't be embarrassed about it. When you ask for help, it doesn't mean that you fail. It means that you recognize that you don't want to hurt yourself, and you don't want to bring hurt or harm or neglect to not only to yourself, but to the person you're taking care of.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of times our parents or the one we're taking care of will give us that guilt. Well, if your sister was around, or if your mother was around, if your father was still around, they would take care of me. Well, it's just me. So
Mm-hmm.
let's work it out. You know, let's
Mm-hmm.
get some help in here, or you have to have that tough conversation. I can't do it by myself. I'm tired. And it's all right to be honest with the person. Be honest with them.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for
Yeah.
help and be honest about what you cannot do. And
Yes.
set your limitations. Those are the three things. Ask for help, set limitations, and be honest about what you can and cannot do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good advice for all caregivers out there. And so my last question is a fun one. When you have a win in life, it could be anything, a happy client, a happy employee, it could be just a great day. How do you like to celebrate?
Oh boy. What I do is when the team has a good, this is for the team, and then I'll talk about me. When all of us as a whole do something well, I try to give them gift cards, like gas gift cards, $25 to get gas. Or if a holiday is coming up for Mother's Day, I give them 4th of July, you know, I may give them a gift card to a grocery store to let them know how much I appreciate them. If they turned in their time slips all at one time and turned everything in on time, and my CPA is not on me about late time sheets, I will actually go in and work their shift and still pay them.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's how so that's how I like to, you know, reward them. You know, it's not a lot, but it's to let them know, hey, I appreciate you. I'm right here, you know, in the trenches with you. And I don't want you to ever think that I take you for granted. And so, you know, a lot of, you know, those are the little things, you know, that I do throughout the year to let them know how much I appreciate them. Now, for my personal self, I love horses. I just went to a polo match a couple of weeks ago for a fundraiser. So I love horses. Yes,
Nice.
that, you know, that power of them running and listening to their feet and stepping on the poop out in the field is just relaxing.
I didn't see that coming. Stepping on the poop in the field. Well,
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. No, horses.
Yeah.
Horses are beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, majestic animal, and I agree. That's a great way to celebrate, is to be around beautiful horses. They are just amazing
So
animals.
horses, yes. Yeah, they give me, I don't know, it's just something about that energy that they have when they're running up and down the field. It is just,
And
it's
they're
phenomenal.
beautiful.
And then and to stand next to them and it's just majestic.
Yeah.
So I like things like that. I love to travel. I love to get a pedicure when I can.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of the things that us girls like to do,
Yeah.
I definitely do it for myself. And then to spend time with my family, of course.
Yeah.
Is something else. You know, like anybody else. It's been hard during the pandemic because my parents are in Louisiana and we have not been able to see them for over a year now. The last time we saw them was last year.
Yeah.
And then right after Mardi Gras, we haven't been able to see them. So it's been hard. It's been hard. So we hope that maybe after the first of the year, we'll be able to get over there. But just like everybody else, COVID has hit me personally. As well as my clients.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think it's becoming slimmer and slimmer that you don't know somebody who's been affected by it in your family or personally, or your staff or whatever. So yeah, it is definitely been rough 7 or 8 months now. And we'll all be glad when we can act like regular human beings again. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you for doing the show. You are a delight, and I want to thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. This has been great. So thank you.